next to me. And then I got
You're the worst.
Oh, fuck.
What if I walked
1 second,
into-
I've lost my speakers. Ow.
Lou attempts to be subtle,
Hi.
yet loses out on being subtle. Because you break the world in that progress.
Oh my god, these dogs. Honest to Jesus. What are they barking at? Nothing. That's the answer.
Nothing.
Anything.
Anything. Yeah, exactly.
Anything and
moves.
everything. That's what they bark at.
Oh, it's
Literally.
the worst. There's no need. Just cool your tits.
Just calm down.
Hold on a minute.
I kind of just want to hear a big shut the fuck up.
Hello. Hello. Hi, yes.
And Holly's just like, what are you doing?
Right.
Ow.
God damn it,
So
Lou.
Oh, she just headbutted me.
All right,
Oh my
before we
God.
have another accident, hello.
Hi.
So this is an episode of Blue Mind Think Alike. That's Lou.
That's yes.
Yay, pointing's on point. And below us we have Kay.
Hey. Pokey, pokey, poke.
Hi.
Pokey, pokey, poke. The things I end up saying because Lou says them.
Oh.
You know what? You know what? But we have
Thank
the
you.
lovely Kay Simpson in the house.
Gay.
Hi.
How you
Hello,
doing?
my loves. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm
You're surviving. You're getting there.
yes. I'm surviving this thing called life.
That wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. No.
Oh
Not today, Satan.
no.
Not today, Satan.
Oh no.
All the references are going to be thrown about today. It's going to be great.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We finally got Kay on because A, well overdue.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely. And B, Kay has her own show, which wildly popular, and also the fact that she gets to speak to video game actors.
Celebrities.
I mean, not really that popular. I mean, I hit 300 subs yesterday, but then as soon as I said that I hit 300 subs, 2 people unsubscribed, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You fuckers.
That's more than we'll ever get. So you're doing well in that department.
I don't know how many.
Yeah.
How many have we got?
People that unsubscribe to Kay, feckin' shame on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I always consider like you have to speak to voice actors and performance capture artists. You always treat them as if like they're not on a different level to you. Like I know you could speak to Troy nice and easily because he's so easy to talk to, but it's the same with like Roger Clark and Rob Wheatoff. Like Rob's like the funniest normal guy in the world. Like it's funny because Rob Wheatoff, who plays John Marston in the Red Dead series, he doesn't consider himself an actor, which is so unusual because obviously it's such an incredible and iconic role.
Yeah.
But he works in construction and that's his main bread and butter. So
Wait, what?
Holy
Yeah.
wow. I
have you
never
seen his
knew that.
Instagram? Have you seen his Instagram recently? So he built this massive chicken coop for his wife because she just bought a bunch of chickens. So he just built a big coop and did it on an Instagram live. So
Nice.
Nice.
yeah,
I would never be
he's a
able to
good
build
legend.
a chicken coop.
No, there would be a lot of blisters and splinters.
Yeah, just blisters and splinters across the hands and across the feet. Just like
Knowing me, I'd
basically catching it
probably
on your
whack my
leg.
foot with a hammer.
And then ouch, my thumb. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd probably break something, no doubt.
Same.
Same.
But yeah, definitely go check out Kay's podcast. It'll be linked in the description below with all of our names and all that such. If you're not used to our descriptions by now, then just open it and look. Like that's the only thing I can really say. Look at our description, read it carefully.
My descriptions are the most like boring things in the world. I'm just like, I write a little tiny bit and then I'm like, here's his socials, there's my socials. Have a nice day.
That's us. That's what
That's us. We have our socials. I write kind of like paragraph that's making fun of myself and Lou, and sometimes Wade. But yeah, that's it. That's just about it.
Yeah, it's so mad. I think it's so hard these days as well to make content and especially do a podcast, like things to like to keep up to date and to keep relevant, because I say that I want to like do well and get loads of subscribers, but at the same time with like work and everything, it's so hard to like to build that schedule and and it's like as well, I've been, of course, Red Dead 2 is never gonna like die out. I don't think it ever will, but all of my interviews have really been with the Red Dead cast.
It will be the legendary game of all time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's still people that are on my list that I would literally kill to interview. But yeah, it's definitely Nolan is on the list, and Nolan's actually said to me, and like I'm still a member of the Altered Beast Couch Soup like group, whatever it is, but we said on a Zoom, which he was on, he was like, I actually okay an interview. And I was like, yeah, you do. Get on that.
I love how you're just like, come on, mate.
I know, like, I said to Troy at one point as well, like,
he is like, very forgetful.
I said, I'm so fucked up with you. Like, answer my DMs.
I remember you saying that.
I once went totally off on him. There's all the dogs barking now.
Well, if Polly could hear, she'd be barking.
Oh. Yeah, so I went off on him, and Troy being Troy, sent this massive paragraph adding some philosophical shit to it, and I'm just like... Did
it have any of the Matrix stuff in it?
I don't think so. It was a lot of like philosophical... It was a lot of philosophical doodah, and I was kind of like, okay, like, whatever. I don't know what any of this shit means, but thanks for the long DM.
I think he thinks that we're very, very, very smart.
I know, I'm just like, oh, that's nice. Can you get onto your point now? Yeah. I think that's the thing though with being a Troy fan. You love him and you hate him at the same time. Like there's no in between. It's just a solid like, yeah, he's great, but he's also a motherfucker. Like
well, I've been trying to DM him.
Quotable. Like he's great, but he's a motherfucker.
Just to see if he wants to go out on what
we're trying to get him out.
We're trying to get him to go out.
Wales Comic-Con.
You probably won't want to go at me now. Like, if he's heard this conversation, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck did you call me?"
What the fuck did you call me? And maybe just a little bit. I get it.
It's all right. Our last podcast episode was like... me with favorite voice actor Travis.
No, you're allowed your favorite VA. That's not like your other fave.
I just think it'd be funny if we walk up into Telford and he goes, "So, your favorite voice actor is Travis?"
That's like, when we'll know he's watched the episode.
How do you know?
We know he has. We think he has watched a couple of episodes just because of something he said.
Oh yeah.
Which was, "I love the way that you and Lou have each other."
Mm-hmm.
And you can't get that normally from a couple of tweets or messages in a group chat. You can only get that from the podcast.
Or the Zoom chats that we all had used to. Anyway.
Yeah, that is also true.
Like, I wish I could have joined more, but again, work. It's just, I finish at 9 o'clock at night, and that's when the Zoom starts. So I'm like walking home from work, I remember one day he was like, hey, he's just walking home in the dark. And I was like, yeah, I just need 12 hours to shut the fuck up.
My whole thing's going to change because I used to be walking 9 p.m. at night because that was when I finished work. But when I start the new job, I'll be going home after 6 p.m.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
More time to spend with me.
Yeah, more time to spend with people and time to spend with myself. Anyway, shall we get to what the episode's actually about?
Yeah.
Because we can banter all we want and we can bounce off of each other because it's a great group here. We're all funny and hilarious. We've all got jokes to crack.
Don't you start, Holly!
Honestly, it's a doggy dog world.
This is just going to be known as the dog's interruption episode.
Oh yeah.
Ted farts. He gets sprayed.
No, Lou, we've talked about this. Anywho, today's episode, because Kay loves talking to video game voice actors and is a big fan of video games, we thought we'd talk about relatable characters and favorite characters of our own. So it's we just talk about video game characters because why the fuck not?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, like there's no excuse. There has to be any excuse to talk about video games and voice actors and characters that we all simp or cry over. Like
we simp, we cry over, we just go, how is that real? And we just go, okay, if he were a cartoon, I'd watch it.
I mean, or if he was a real person, I'd bang him. Like there's no in between. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I know who Lou's gonna start with.
No, you don't. Joel.
Oh, here we go.
There it is.
Yeah, I 1000% agree. What? Oh, I didn't bring my Joel mug. What the fuck?
Joel.
You get. But yeah, Joel. Joel is definitely one that's like relatable with what he goes through.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think having that struggle, not just with losing Sarah, but everything like in general, like I think that's something that he definitely has issues. I don't know if he's the kind of person that would talk about it. I think he's somebody that would really hide it or be like, oh, I'm fine.
I think he hid it.
Yeah, he's totally like, oh, I'm fine. Whereas like it comes to Sarah's birthday or like an anniversary or something and he breaks. Like that's what I see in Joel myself.
Yeah.
But in terms of like his softness, like
I kind of saw him as a father figure.
Yeah, this is where I'm going. I did a blog about Joel a while back. And I've shared this on my own podcast many times, but I've never really had a real relationship with my own father. Not that like he was a bad father in any means necessary. It was more the fact that he worked away and I only saw him 2 weeks out of the month. And then all that other time he was golfing, which, wow, that's a sad time to go and look back on that he golfed. Like, yeah, okay, fuck you, mate. But I never really saw him. Even now, like, even though our relationship's slightly better, it's still like you don't really know that much about me. Like, I've interviewed these incredible actors and you've told me point blank that you won't watch them, that you're not interested. Like, it's really sad. But when I play a game and I look back, especially with Joel, it's a sense of like comfort that especially like when he's taking Ellie around that museum and he gives her the tape and everything, it's like, oh, that's what I want. That out of a father figure. I'm sitting here 23 years old and I'm like, this is what I would have wanted from my own childhood. Like
33.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and again, I'm kind of in the starting point of writing a fanfic and I'm kind of I know where I want to go with Joel. I feel like I know him, but at the same time,
I need that fanfic, please.
I have ideas. Joel's not going to end up completely alone.
That's good.
I have some ideas. There is a bit of that actually. I find writing that a bit cringe. Like when I'm writing it, I'm sitting there like, I don't know. Is he gonna be like really strong and rugged, or is he gonna be like, oh, am I hurting you? Like I don't know. It's a weird thing to write about. But I love it. I love Joel. So I completely agree with you, Lou.
Yeah, I think you two have that perspective of Joel, like to relate to, and like
I have that for Troy as well.
Out of it.
Absolutely, I think
I have it for Troy as well, because I've never had anything off my father, anything whatsoever.
Yeah,
I've had more off Troy in the last 2 years than I've had on my own father, including this.
I don't have my
yeah. Both of you
like
get the keypads.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I tried to rewatch that video the other day, and I can't find it anywhere.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, right? Okay, I'm gonna watch. It's
on YouTube. I'll find it for you, and I'll see if I can download it.
Yeah, because listen to these dogs.
It's literally the dog episode.
It really is.
Because they're like, you could probably block it out, but I'm sitting there like, people would shut the fuck up.
They're just like, we want attention. We want attention. Not now.
I know, it's every time. I swear to God, every time I'm filming an interview or something, I'm getting so excited, and then the dogs are like, no, we want in. I'm like, no, shut up, no.
Yeah.
Mine are usually on the bed.
What about you, Yas? What's your...
Yeah.
Oh, what about me? Well, kind of like I would say Joel as well, because of like the decisions he makes, and you can relate to why he's made those decisions, just because of like when you lose something and it's just like people are just like, oh, he made the wrong decision or anything, and it's just like, when you're put in his position, wouldn't you have done the same thing?
Yes.
And when people think about it like that, they just go, absolutely, I would. And then they just go, I'm a hypocrite. Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's the people that shit on his decision. I'm kind of like, put yourself in his shoes. You're not really. You're kind of just saying, oh, he lied. And I'm like, well, he did, but for good reason he lied. Like,
yeah. The thing that comes to my mind, though, is if he obviously he saves Ellie at the end of one. What if the cure didn't work?
Exactly. Then our death
would be a
waste anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't want your death to always be in vain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I saw? I saw this on Twitter and I retweeted it. It was yesterday, and it said that Ellie wanted a meaningful death, but Joel wanted her to have a meaningful life. And I just thought that's so nice. It's true.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have just seen her as this thing that he had to deliver to the Fireflies, but he didn't. He chose to have this relationship with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that man.
Yeah, he's a great man.
Yes.
I'm trying. Right. Characters I can think of a favorite just right off the bat, and that'll always be Crash Bandicoot. Just because Crash Bandicoot is the funniest fucking thing. If he had his own cartoon series, I swear to God, I wouldn't care what age I was, I'd watch it.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, definitely.
Especially with the masks and all you hear is boop to go.
I feel like I'd want to like get on the tube in London and just start making those noises or wearing one of those masks, and be like, there's only be like a couple percentage of people that will understand what I'm doing. And other people will be like, somebody call mental health hospital right now. I'm like,
or if someone just puts like their hand on your shoulder, you just go boop to go. Either scare the shit out of them or just go, you have an extra life.
I'm like, okay.
Just imagine that cosplay at a Comic-Con, just basically.
Oh no.
Or there's just like Crash Bandicoot running and it's chasing him after him all over the convention hall.
Yeah, just get Crash
that is
Bandicoot.
an idea.
Someone cosplaying Crash Bandicoot. Someone's got the mask and they're just running out behind him because he's jumping through the level.
We could be Crash Bandicoot, I'll be the mask.
We're all chucking like jump fruit. You just start giving people like apples and then you just start chucking them at him like, come on.
Gotcha!
Oh,
That would be a viral video waiting to happen. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. I remember the first game I ever played at Crash Bandicoot was on the first Xbox, and it was Wrath of Cortex.
Oh, dude! I won the game. I won the game back.
Yeah, I know they've done the Insane Trilogy.
I've only played
Crash
the
Bandicoot
first...
for its time, but they should do Wrath of Cortex.
They need to
point.
do Wrath of Cortex because that was a fucking amazing game.
It was an amazing one, and it's quite a popular one as well.
I was on the PS2. I remember that.
Mm.
And I can't find it
You could probably
anywhere.
get it. You could probably get it at your local CEX or something.
Yeah.
Go to
But I don't have a PS2.
Go to Kex. Yeah.
Is it Kex? CEX? I don't know. I call it.
I never know.
I usually call it sex.
Do any
Go to the
Americans?
sex shop. You want anything?
Let's go in the sex shop.
I got this snazzy test for £1.
Do any Americans that are watching this? First of all, I'm sorry.
They don't have
Second
one.
of all, CEX or Kex or sex, whatever it's fucking called, is basically a UK GameStop.
It has loads. Like
It's like
they were selling stuff for the PS Vita, and I was like, "Isn't the Vita dead now?" Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, they have like
weird.
Nintendo 64 and stuff as well.
Yeah, they had Nintendo 64s, they had the 3DSs, the DS Lites.
Sega's.
Had so much.
They have got loads.
Yeah. Especially it's not that much anymore for like a 3DS, because I got one once and it was like 30 quid.
yeah, and then the
Not
games
bad
are
at all.
cheaper, like cheapest chips. They're like you can get it for £1. Whatever game you want to play.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, and I
It's
remember
weird, but it's annoying when you want to sell something though, because it's like you bring in like a really mint condition console. Like if I brought my little PS4 in, like it's pretty mint condition. They're like, oh, we'll give it to you for like 30 quid. I'll give you 30 quid. I'm like, what?
I got 30
give you
quid
30
for my Xbox
quid for it,
360.
and then we'll sell it for 60.
Yeah, I got 30 quid
know,
for my Xbox 360.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
it's like I can see why they do it, but at the same time, it's like I bought that PS4 from the shop, and I got it for like 200. And see if I brought it back, and they're like, "Oh, we'll give you 30 quid." I'm like, I bought it for 200 here at this exact shop.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like the only two consoles I now own are a Nintendo Switch and a PS4.
Yes,
Like, I wish.
Me and Kay have got one. Yay!
I know. I managed to get mine on the release day as well. I got really lucky there.
That takes a lot of luck, especially
Yeah,
the
lucky
they're
bugger.
getting harder to get every time.
Like as soon as they were announced, I luckily had a day off work, so I was like, I'll wake up super early, I'll get the bus into town, and then I'll see if I can get one. And I got one. Like I just went to the shop and got a PS5, and they're like, yeah.
Hey, mate!
I remember messaging you going, if you hear of any PS5s on sale, please tell me.
But now it's crazy, like how quickly people are either selling them or selling really new games. Like to be fair, I did sell Miles Morales and another game, but that's clearly just because I needed the money. Like the con right now, MTM is driving me insane. Like I spent 400 quid in 2 days just to prepare for this con. So what? I'm not joking. This is how expensive the hotels are. So the hotels around the convention area are like, could be minimum 400 quid, like for 2 nights or something. Or
Jesus Christ.
And I found one even on the outskirts of like that area, and it was still 100 quid a night. But that was the cheapest hotel that I could find. That was close enough to the venue.
Was this like London?
No.
Birmingham, isn't it?
That was Birmingham.
This is Birmingham. When I went to London,
God.
I think with London it's good in a sense that you could just get a tube literally anywhere.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where you go. You could just go, you could be miles away from the convention hall and you could still just get on a tube and get over there. Because I got a premiere in like not in the centre of London, but quite near the centre. And it was £174 for 3 nights.
That's not too bad.
That's good for London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all it cost me was a couple of quid to get on the tube to the convention hall. That was it. And so
yeah, that's all right.
That convention was cheaper than this convention for me. And yeah. And plus, I thought, I'll also say this to you guys. If you want to interview somebody, especially in the game industry, just ask. There's no harm in asking. Because I swear to God, I just walked up to Gabriel Luna that day. So anyone doesn't know, Gabriel Luna is going to play Tommy in the Last of Us series. And I was very skeptical of it at first, I have to admit.
So was I.
I'm not being like racist or horrible or anything, but I kind of saw like the Hispanic vibe, and I was like,
yeah, I was like that as well, Kay.
I don't know like where they were going with it, but as soon as I started talking to him, I was like, his voice is really chill, and it reminds me of Jeffrey. And he was really passionate about the game. He played the game, and I walked up to him, and I had a press pass. I don't know if he just said it because I had a press pass on. But I was like, listen, I've got a YouTube channel. Do you want to like chat about The Last of Us? And he was like, yeah, sure. I'll find out what time I've got. Now I went up to him later on at the time that we agreed on, and he remembered. And he's like, yeah, sure, let's go. And he took me up to a room where all the guests hang out.
Damn!
And we were just sitting on a sofa talking about The Last of Us. It was great.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah. It's
jealous!
You just... So
that's
I wouldn't say
amazing.
Don't aim for like the skies and like go for somebody like mental. Maybe go like lower, because that's how I started. I started interviewing Mia Davis, who plays Tilly in Red Dead 2, and then I went on to Kylie, who's Miss Grimshaw, and then Mickey Sean McGuire, and I kept moving up the ranks, and then more people started to know who I was because of those interviews. And then that's when I started to go, oh, Roger Clark, Rob Wheatoff, like that kind of area. And with Rob as well, you could literally just ask him. He'll probably say yes, because he's just one of those people. He's up for anything.
I love that. I genuinely love that.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And just that was a slight brag there, but
brag all you want, Kay. Go for it.
This podcast is known for going off of the rails really quickly, so we're doing very well.
We are technically related then, because that went off the rails fast.
This is our earlier podcast. One of the things as well, though.
Relater. Where is it? There it is.
It's one of the fucking tattoos.
It's one of them. There.
One of the things that was funny, I knew that HBO was doing that series, so I was kind of scared to interview him, and then I kind of blurted out to The Last of Us like news page that he confirmed something about the game, about the show, sorry, and then obviously that blew up, and I was so anxious about it. I was like, oh shit, I better delete this. And he actually messaged me. Like, the man doesn't follow me or anything. He just slid into my DMs at Kate, I'm gonna need you to cut that bit out. And I was like, oh no. He was like, the last thing I want is for us to be in trouble with HBO. I was like, yeah, I don't have any money to get in trouble with HBO, so
okay.
Could you imagine like Neil Druckmann? I will DM you. I'll DM you it, Lou.
Yes.
It's weird though. To me, it feels like the most minor detail, but everyone else is making this big song and dance about it, and I'm like, oh come on, get a grip. Like it's gonna only matter for like one episode. That's it. Like oh, it's ridiculous. I think some people are just weird.
Agreed.
I think your dogs agree as well.
Honestly, I want to walk out and just see what's going on, because like they just bark everything. Like I can't even ever lie in anymore after like a 12-hour shift, because they're just sitting there. Sitting, my mum leaves like, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm the most chill person until I get woken up. I'm like, no.
Yeah. I mean, considering it was bonfire night last night and all I heard was fireworks. And I couldn't sleep because of fireworks.
And all I heard was woof, 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 woof. Fucking shut up! I ended up putting Westlife on full fucking blast. To drown it out.
I can't even. What was I listened to like I listened to really stupid music. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm obsessed with RuPaul's Drag Race. So like, whenever they have like songs from RuPaul's Drag Race, I'm just like, some little bop in my room. Like, I could be a drag queen. I'm like, no, okay, you can't. Well, you probably could, but I'm a drag king.
Yeah, the thing about us is the drag queens are always more fabulous than we are.
I know.
Because you just look at them and it's like, I wish I could reach that state of fabulousness.
Correct. This is valid. We completely went off there. You didn't really get to finish who was your favorite character.
We went from Crash Bandicoot. Right.
It always comes back to The Last of Us.
It does, because that's the thing on this channel. I need to make a compilation of it where we basically how many jokes we've made about The Last of Us. Just in general.
The Ghost of Joel.
Ghost of Joel, Papa Joel in one.
Oh no.
That wasn't the Ghost of Joel was my fault.
Don't
because of that. Behind you, the picture, the model of Ellie.
Right.
Oh my god.
Liv had a mini ghost, and it was on it.
There was like a mini ghost of it, and basically, I was like, why is there a ghost on there?
And I just went, the Ghost of Joel.
Oh no.
It's okay, you need to watch it. You need to find it.
I think you put a clip of it on Twitter, and I did see that. Actually.
I put it as the clip. I did put it as the clip.
Yeah, I think you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I do remember it now.
You didn't think I would, Lou?
That's why I kept apologizing. I went, I'm sorry, Troy. I'm sorry, Troy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's probably heard it all, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But I thought might as well go like back onto relatable ones, and because you talked about it, Kay, Red Dead.
Yep.
Characters in Red Dead you relate to.
Oh man. I mean, Arthur especially, I think he's just the way he is because of the gang that he fell into. Because obviously when he gets spoiler TV, like that's when his character arc starts to shift. That's when we start to see the natural good in him, rather than us being like, oh, I helped this lady get to Emerald Ranch, right? Save this person from getting bitten by a snake. It's kind of like he's trying to change obviously he can't change what's happened, because obviously he's basically killed the guy that's given TV, ruined their family, but obviously in the game you can choose to help the family afterwards, and obviously that's a beautiful moment. But something that's talked about a lot, and I think actually should be talked about a lot more, was the moment where he sat with the nun when he's about to get the train, and he talks about basically his morality and his fear of dying. In a Western, that is so unheard of, and I just think it's so well done. Like, I'm a huge Clint Eastwood fan. Like, I have recently gotten on this Clint Eastwood binge, and all of his characters that he plays are really rugged. They don't give a fuck about life or death. They just kind of get on with their life. Whereas you have Arthur, who's this 36-year-old man who's going through life at a really, really fast and rapid pace, and then all of a sudden he has to stop and look at his actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think it's so great. I think Sean Maguire as well, for the fact that he's just this Irish idiot. He's just an idiot. I love him so much.
The village idiot.
Yes.
Yeah, that would basically be me.
I'd like to think in the future I'd be like a Hosea, very wise and very like, don't make these decisions in your life because I've made them and they're not good. I feel like I am sometimes. Sometimes I am a bit like a Hosea. When I talk about mental health, I'm like, do not go down that road. You don't want to go there. But yeah, Arthur especially. God, there's lots of characters because that gang is so big.
Yeah, there's so many characters in Red Dead.
I'd like to think nobody thinks me of a Dutch or a Micah. Because damn, that would be, I'd be like, thank you, that's very sweet. I'm not a Dutch or a Micah.
God damn it, Micah.
But yeah, Peter Blomquist is a sweetheart as well. He's the nicest man. I watched back on my interview with him, and you wouldn't think that he plays this horrible bad guy. I suppose that's just what good acting is, though, isn't it? Like, if you believe that they're an asshole and they're not an asshole. But if we're looking on relatable characters, I think in terms of that I'm a bit of a bumbling idiot, I'm quite clumsy, I'd probably say Nathan Drake. like I can't climb shit. I have the balance of I don't even know what. I'm dyspraxic, so I have like no balance, no concept of fine and gross motor skills. Like I just trip over everything. So I couldn't do that, but you know, I'd like to think that his wit's really good, really with it. And I love the wit. Witty. Yeah. I like to think he's pretty witty, and I like to think I'm pretty witty, but probably not. Honestly, I don't know who I relate to most. It's a weird one. I don't think I relate. It's a weird one
when it's relation as well, because it's just like you try and relate to so many characters, but it's just like there's so many perks. I'm gonna like slightly go off tangent with the Uncharted kind of like thing. Have you seen the trailer for the current movie?
Yeah.
I'm mixed. I'm very on the fence. I'm not saying it looks bad. I don't think it does. I think it looks good in the sense of the action looks great.
Yeah.
But I'm still not on board with Mark Wahlberg. I'm really not. And in my personal opinion,
he needs a mustache.
He needs a sunny mustache.
That's the main reason. But I think Tom Holland's just a bit too young. That's my main thing. I think he's a bit. I know that Nathan Drake is campy and he's cheesy, but this is like a different camp and cheese to me, if that makes sense. I just, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna like piss and shit on it until I've seen the movie. Like maybe I'll probably do it more if I've seen it, but I'd like to give it a chance. I'm not gonna go full out.
I am also wanting to give it a chance just because like it, like literally the footage they showed looks good, and it's just like, when it comes to franchising, which is probably going to end up becoming franchising with Uncharted, they want to start them off young. So that's why, like, one reason to pick Tom Holland. And also, Tom, I think, does try and give his best Nathan Drake in it, because you can hear all the witty humor in it. And, like, the wisecracks are just like, oh, crap.
There's one thing that everyone keeps picking up on, though. The 3-point landing.
The 3-point landing?
Yeah, no, the way he's like, it's the Spider-Man landing. And he's in the plane.
I've done that.
Everyone keeps picking up on it. I'm just like,
he's probably used to
necessarily the Spider-Man landing.
It isn't necessarily Spider-Man landing, but it's also the fact of just like it's a landing he is commonly well known for.
Exactly. I know.
I think it's the fact as well that Nathan Drake probably wouldn't stick a landing that well. Like he probably would.
It just be like,
You're like,
He'd either like land on all
Oh,
fours
fuck.
and then just be like, oh shit.
or just bang his head and just go, ah.
Yeah. That's what I love about Nathan Drake, is that he knows his own flaws and that he knows that but I think they're just trying to make him a bit too macho in the sense that if he can't stick that 3-point landing, I'm kind of like, Nathan Drake probably wouldn't. That's my opinion.
No, I can get you. I know what you mean.
Yeah. At the moment,
Like,
I always say seeing is believing, and I'm gonna go and see the film just because like I am a supporter of like video games and everything. The last video game movie I actually saw was Assassin's Creed, and I disliked it very much.
I've seen it.
Oh, I watched it if I playing any of the Assassin's Creed games, but I'm like, I can imagine that this is not Assassin's Creed.
I have not seen it.
It's very cringe.
Is it?
I just
I like cringy films though.
I could see where they were going with it, but it didn't work.
It's what they were trying to do and what they didn't do with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Desmond Miles and it wasn't any specific characters. It was basically just creating a new story and taking him into the Animus.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes. Because they basically said they put this guy to death, that Michael
Fassbender.
Thank you. Fassbender plays.
I've not seen the film and I know.
Yep, I know. But like basically it's just like, oh, you've been erased from existence and you're now at the Animus and we're going to look for your past.
Oh, that's fucking shite. That's naff.
I'm just thinking now about that bit in the Uncharted trailer, that Scottish guy. Like, we're going to give you a real Scottish welcome.
Proper Scottish welcome.
And I was like, did Nathan Drake not understand that? That was the most clear Glaswegian accent I've ever heard in my life. Honestly. And then again, it was very Nathan Drake of him to say, what?
Yeah. Just to go, what? Oh, okay. Easy. Yeah, but Nathan Drake is definitely relatable for all of us because there's a little bit of like his wit in all of us, and also it's just like when we're doing something, it's just like, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Plus, I can climb.
Like, I
I did climb at one point because there was like a leap, like when we were in school, we always used to go to those little trips, like the PGL or the Kingswood ones, or the Robinswood. And I did a climbing one, which was to get to like a little platform and just to stand on it. And I climbed it faster than everybody else did.
Was it like the treetop adventure things?
I was like that.
Yeah.
We had a thing like that. So we have primary school. So our last year of primary school, we went to a place called Ardroy, and you have like things like Jacob's Ladder and loads of other things that you have to climb up. Now, Jacob's Ladder, I like shat myself on like the first level. Like I couldn't stop crying. But then we have to do this thing called the squeeze, and I'm claustrophobic as anything, but I still managed to do this. So you have to like squeeze through these tight, like you're in a cave, and you have to squeeze through these tiny spaces.
Screw that.
You have to climb up. You have to climb up this wall space, but I think I climbed it up so fast because I was fucking petrified. I was the first one that went up. I was the first one that went up, and everyone was like, "Wow, you were so fast!" I'm like, "Yeah, let's get down. Let's get out of here, please, God."
Jesus.
But I remember going back to Troy. I remember him telling me a story because I used to tell him how bad I get panic attacks, anxiety attacks, and he was like, "You know what? It's one of those things that we all get." And he's like, even recently, he was telling me a story that him and Nolan did like a really similar thing. That they were in this really enclosed space, and it was like it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter, like in this thing that they were crawling through and stuff. And he started to feel himself going, like he was gonna have one. But then he realized that he could see a light, and he was like, "This is what's getting me through, is that there is a way out of here." So I guess it's quite metaphoric as well.
Like, I think he said something about a panic attack underwater as well at one point with Travis, scuba diving.
I mean, yeah, and I think he's right. I think it's something that I think our bodies all have these like natural reactions to stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's weird to hear like actors themselves saying it, but I think hearing it from Troy, it's kind of like it's not unusual because he's so normal, like he's so open about everything.
Yeah.
Like I
He's
don't
an
think
open
there's
book.
anything. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that he wouldn't share. Well, probably
There's
some
certain things he wouldn't share,
things he wouldn't share, but yeah, exactly.
Because everyone has their boundaries.
Yeah. But knowing me, I'd be like poking him with a stick. Come on, mate, say something.
Tell me.
Just
Tell
like
me
poke him with a
everything.
stick. Come on.
But another thing as well, we were having a conversation and going back to what you said, Lou, about Troy being quite like a father figure to yourself. There was a Streamlink thing that he was doing, and you could get 1-to-1 private signings, and I got one with him. And we were just having this conversation, and at one point he was talking about his own father, and I can't remember what he said. I think it's something about he didn't really have much of a father figure either. I don't quote me on that. I don't completely remember. I think that's what he said.
It's fine. It's not quoted. Don't worry.
But then he said, I just went out and said, listen, just with how kind you are and how you listen, like compared to my father and all this other stuff, you are genuinely like a real father figure to me. And he said, Kay, that means the world to me. And I was like, why is there COVID? Come back.
Come give me a hug.
I said that at one point. I went, I just wish COVID was over so I can give you a hug. And then he was like,
it's sort of almost over.
They DM'd me back and went, same here. I was like,
I mean, I can't even, now I realise I can't even go to fucking Wales and give him a hug. I think that's just so sad.
Do you think there's going to be those stupid plexiglass things?
Most likely. And I know that Birmingham's doing it, and if that's just a week before
that's MCM though, isn't it? This is a different one.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose they might.
MCM's bigger than the Telford.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't think a lot of them. I think it's also up to the guest. I mean, if they want to go out,
if they want to do that,
I think Troy will be like, I don't care. I'm double jabbed. I'm hugging everyone.
Yeah, like I met Jim Cummings at in London. And I saw like his photos, and he went out and like put his arm around people and took selfies and stuff like that. Like it was normal. I don't think he used the plexiglass, even though I think it's also up to the guests, like us as well. We can say, look, I'm not comfortable with like I know you want to, but I don't. So can you stick behind the glass? Like I think that's pretty fair.
Especially like they've got to worry about themselves as well as others, because they're basically wanting to keep others safe as well as keep themselves safe if they want to do that. If they don't care, they don't care.
Yeah, like
there's a lot of obviously vaccinations have gone out, so
well then again cases are very high in Scotland right now. I don't know if they're talking about another lockdown. I hope not. But
they're trying to stay out of one. A lot of places are trying to stay out of putting another lockdown down.
I mean, I don't think it's as deadly now, but it's certainly still prevalent.
It's basically still a problem, but it's not like
I think it's just going to be more like the flu now.
Well, think about it. None of us know what happened when the flu first came about. I imagine it's probably like the same thing. It probably was the case like nobody leave your houses, don't go unless you absolutely have to. Otherwise you're going to get this deadly thing and you'll die. Like that's what they were trying to, I think that's what they were trying to point out to be.
I didn't leave my house for a year.
But have you noticed though, like when COVID first came about, like cases of the flu and the cold and everything just dropped, and then it was like 95% of people have COVID, and I'm like, sure, not a certain percentage have the flu, a certain percentage have this. No, it's all COVID. And I'm like, I believe in COVID because I work in healthcare.
I do, but I don't believe like that.
Those statistics are a bit naff in my opinion, but
a bit high.
The statistics are always going to be like an issue for people,
Fear-mongering.
whether it matters how they do it and how they come to that conclusion.
Well, it was like,
and it's when you see the statistics in the news, it makes you not want to read the news.
it was like when a
I
couple
don't
of
read it
thousand
anyway
a
because
day
I'm
were
too
dying.
depressed by it.
It's like when a
I'm
couple
glad
of thousand a
this-
day were dying, and I was like, is that all COVID?
Yeah, it went to a point in
I
my job
don't
as
know.
well. So we had an outbreak of COVID in my work, and I work in a care home with people with dementia. And basically we had an outbreak of COVID, and some people ended up being off. Like loads of times we were short-staffed because everybody ended up getting it at one point. But we didn't have many deaths. Like we only had a couple compared to my last place. It had like 20, which was insane. I don't know what the hell happened for them to get that many deaths. But in a sense, we were kind of sitting there, kind of wondering what was going to happen. And there's people who were just like, "Oh, COVID's ridiculous. COVID is so stupid. Like, how do people think it's real?" And I'm sitting here while hearing these stories. I'm holding this woman's hand who literally weeks before was fully communicative. She was talking, chatting, having it. You could have a cup of tea for her to chat.
Yeah.
I remember I started a few weeks into COVID, and she would tell me like what people like for their breakfast, or people like to sit. Like she would tell me like how to do what like helping me in my job.
She would basically help you out.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, like a few weeks later, when COVID came out, she was completely bedridden, not breathing, and I was the one that found her dead. So
oh no,
it's a very horrible illness. There's also a man as well, and he was like, I think he's pretty early onset dementia, or probably a bit more advanced because he's quite forgetful. But he walks about and he chats and things like that. But he all of a sudden his temperature went to like 39, nearly 40, and we got rushed into hospital. And there was like nothing. I don't even think he had confirmed COVID. But then when he got all tested out, it turned out he had COVID in his lungs, and he like died that night. So yeah, anyone that says that COVID's not real, you should probably work in a care home for a little bit. I know
it is real. I know it is real.
Even though I've not had it, I know it's real because I've known people who've gotten COVID and everything.
I'm one of the lucky ones that didn't get it, even though like a majority of my staff did. But yeah, a lot of people are different. A lot of people are saying it's kind of like a really bad cold, or like the flu or something. Then other people are like, I could not move, I couldn't breathe, my lungs were shot. Like it affects people differently. I think I must have had it. I probably should have tested for antibodies, but
yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me if I had it, to be perfectly honest.
You know what happened to me.
yeah, we all know what happened to Lou.
So yeah, it affects everybody differently, and it just I know it nothing. This is going to be life now. This is just what it's going to be.
Yeah,
and I know things might get, like in terms of cons, things might lift a little bit more. Maybe they'll get rid of the plexiglass and things like that. But even when I was at MCM London, it didn't feel much different. It just felt a bit emptier. Like there was people behind the glass, but you didn't actually, it's like I couldn't even see the glass. It's like it was there, but it wasn't, if you know what I mean. So I didn't see anything weird about it. But and hey, I think again, if the guests are comfortable, they'll come up and give you a hug. So like Gabriel walked right up to us when we were standing in the queue waiting for somebody else. So like he just started like, "Hey, I like your Last of Us shirt." I'm like, okay.
Troy's gonna see a big blue mohawk and blue hair,
and me trying to restrain the mohawk and leave,
and run up and grab him. Go.
I'd just be like the parent, just going, "I tried."
Well, he did give me the name. Blue Hawk.
I know, he gave you Blue Hawk.
Oh, that's so cute. He doesn't have a name for me. It would probably be horrible.
KK.
No, that's my name. Like I've been called KK since I was so young. I think it's because people used to go, "Are you okay, Kay?" And then be like, "Oh, okay, Kay." And I'm like, okay, thanks. Now I'm kind of like, I still like getting called KK, but at the same time, when people call me Kay, I'm like, that's my name.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Yeah, I don't know what my friend is called like the Scrub Queen. That's her nickname because she's talking about scrub daddies all the time. I don't know what her thing is. But then she was
Do you
like,
mean those sponges?
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I need to ask her, but it came into one point where I was like, I want a fancy nickname, and she was like, I will call you Lady Floof. I was like, Lady Floof? That sounds like a vagina. What are you talking about?
I'm dead.
Y'all wanted a tangent. I
Where
brought
was
you a
gone?
tangent.
Oh my god.
Wait, y'all wanted a tangent? I've brought the tangents.
Oh, we've hit the quota of like blooming tangents. Like, my god. We've hit the tangent of all tangents.
Oh, there you go. My friend who calls herself Scrub Queen just liked one of my tweets. So she has been summoned into the chat.
Jesus.
It's weird.
This is just going to turn into like, nobody cares about what the episode's about anymore. This is just going to turn into a conversation with Kay.
Yeah, pretty much.
This will go on my channel. Because all my interviews are a conversation with. And then it's like, that's a lot.
And then it's just like, all of a sudden we pull Kay up and then we just go, we did it! We did it. We caused chaos and we weren't the ones doing it.
True.
We're all agents of chaos.
Damn right.
I just love the word agents of chaos.
What would your super agent thing be? Like, if you're an agent, what would you do?
I would fail. I would absolutely
me too.
fail. Like, can I be indiscreet? No. Can I lie very well? No. I
know. I feel like if I was getting interrogated by somebody, I'd be like, I did it. Can I go home now?
You would confess everything. It'd be like word vomit.
Yeah, I'd be like, I did it.
Stealth.
I killed him. Like,
stealth.
I did it, all right, motherfuckers.
I'll be stealthy.
You would basically start playing Crawl Tutorial the game, where you'd just be crawling everywhere.
I forgot to tell about that, actually. I went to a concert in Glasgow, I think. Yeah, Country to Country in Glasgow. Brad Paisley was playing. Let's just say...
Sounds about right for Lou.
There was like people that were 6 foot in front of me and I couldn't see a damn thing. So I crawled through everyone's legs to get to the front. I was like, excuse me! Fucking move!
Oh my god.
5 foot person coming through.
I am so proud of you.
What? I couldn't see a damn thing. I was like this going.
I'm proud.
What the fuck is it?
That's got to be a moment to just go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to sort out my own solution. Crawl through everybody's legs.
Yep.
Oh my god, I bet you a snack down there.
No comment.
I was using this.
And the last time I actually went anywhere was the play that goes wrong. Yeah, that's the last time I went somewhere, the play that goes wrong. And honestly, couldn't stop laughing. Had to slightly move a seat just because there was a pillar in the way. So I just moved along one seat and just could see this whole stage. And I'm just like, that's better. And no one was bothered about me moving or anything, so I was still very much in my price range.
I remember I booked tickets to see Hamilton, and I bought like the tickets are like 90 quid, which is a lot, but it's like it's normal for London, I guess. But you could get like for an extra 10 or 20 quid, you could get closer to the front and you could get like a program and chocolate and stuff like that. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do that. And it was such a good view and such a great show. Yeah. But it was weird because I was like, felt like one of the only ones wearing a mask. I was kind of just sitting in this like packed theater, like nobody touched me, nobody breathed.
Yeah.
But London is like a complete different story to Scotland. Like it's just in Scotland in general.
Same with like York and like other cities.
Yeah, like I think Nicola Sturgeon's going to still be very, this is what's happening, we're staying this way until things are calmed down, which is fair enough.
Yeah, especially things are always going to spring up in winter just because.
Oh, everyone gets sick in winter. I think that's...
Yeah, everyone gets sick in winter.
Like I already feel myself having like feeling a bit of the cold, but then again, I'm always cold as well, so...
I've had a cough for about a month and a half and it's pissing me off.
Yeah, I've had this like on and off sore throat, and I'm like, every single test that I do comes back negative, so I'm like, can I have something? Give me something, please.
I've not been anywhere, so I can't have caught it from anyone.
Yeah.
Like with me, I don't go to that many places.
I just go and walk the dogs.
Yeah. What do I do? What do I do besides work?
What do I do?
Fuck all. No, well, the last few times I've been to like, I went to London like twice in a month. So that was the first week was to see Hamilton, next week was to go to MCM. So I was very skint that time, but I still had more money than what I do now to go to Birmingham. So it's madness. It's absolute madness. But honestly, I remember like going into that theater and just sitting in my chair. I was like sobbing before the show even started because I was like, I'm in a theater.
Yeah, because kind of like when you have that moment of actually being able to sit in the theater, like I was like that with The Play That Goes Wrong because I'd not been to a theater, like an actual proper theater since I want to say 2015 when I went to see Dan and Phil. And
yes, girl.
I went to see The Amazing Tour Was Not on Fire. And honestly, it felt so good. And it's always so worth it as well.
I had met Dan and Phil at Interactive Introverts. That was a great tour.
I've not met them in person, but they have my art in their Dan and Phil Go Outside book.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
You know the crafts title?
I'll need to have a look.
Yeah, basically it's the title. They've put my art in the title. I put it out, recognise my handwriting, and I could recognise the art I did.
That's so cute.
That was when I did that in 2015.
Proud Bluey, proud.
Yeah, that was a very proud moment. My parents said, "Are you going to get revenue for that?" And I'm just like, "It was given to them, so no."
No, I wish I could draw. I wish I could draw or do something cool like that. I don't have an actual like talent.
I love
don't
drawing.
think. I mean, I write and try something.
Yeah, you can write. Yeah,
I write every day. I write when I can. Like, here's me. I'm wanting to write a Western novel. This is something I've wanted to do for ages, and I finally got all the stuff that I need to write it. It's just putting it down onto paper. I can't.
Yeah. One thing you can acknowledge: there are a million ways to die in the West.
Yeah, I know.
That's McFarlane confirmed it.
What? Oh my god, if you haven't watched it, I watched Two Mules for Sister Sarah the other day, and honestly, that movie is so fucking good. Oh, it's a Clint Eastwood movie. It's like in the 70s. It was filmed, and it holds up for like that old of a movie. It really does. So does the other spaghetti westerns that he was in, like The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. That's such a good movie. And so is Fistful of Dollars, and $50 more. That's a trilogy. I just whack out like my box set of these movies, but yeah, definitely. I feel like if really was to like come out of the shadows again, I'd hope that they'd do like a classic movie, like a classic.
Please. You lose begging for it. me. Lou, calm down. It might happen.
I said to him ages ago that we should watch Psycho, and he was like, "Yeah, that's a good suggestion." I was like, "Okay, bro."
I'm gonna ask him at Comic-Con.
Well, you just need to either get a print or hug him from me because I'll cry. Everyone that I know is seeing him, and I'm like, I now can't.
I've
bought the ticket, and I physically can't see him. Like, also, my last Streamlink print got lost in the post, and I'm like, Troy owes me one.
I think mine has, to be fair.
Yeah,
but they got
because I never got one because I couldn't afford it.
They got my print wrong as well. I asked for like the old Joel, like Joel in part 2, and then he wrote something for me. Like it was a Latin phrase. I can't even remember what it was, but he gave me a print that I've got on my wall there, and I'm like, he's like, that's the guy you want, right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't have to go. No, get off your ass and get another one. No, I wouldn't have done that to him.
Yeah. Like, if I was to get a print from Troy, I would get a Delson one. Just because Bro, just as a character, is
I still haven't played that.
Amazing. You need to play that game.
Travis is in it too.
I know. I've watched it. I've watched all the gameplay. I've watched Jacksepticeye play it.
I love Jacksepticeye as well. Do you know what came up on my memories like the other day? So I got my first like from Troy on Twitter because I went to see Jacksepticeye at his tour.
Oh, you bugger!
And
you've met everybody.
I didn't meet him. I just went to see his tour.
She just went to see tour.
I just went to the show. I'd love to meet Jacksepticeye. That'd be really cool. But I don't know what I'd say.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning, laddie.
Oh no, I just be
his face, and he'll just either love you or just go, okay, fuck you.
I'd be like,
also, hi.
I've got blue.
I think it'd be more the latter than the former. Oh Lord. This what were we talking about?
I don't know.
I think we've had a perfect conversation as is. Forget what the actual episode's about, even though we have talked about relatable characters and like characters we love in video games. We have talked.
So Lou, I don't know if you've watched it, because we were starting to watch it. Did you watch the rest of Avatar? The Last Airbender?
Ah! Fuck!
How far
you didn't forget?
I don't know.
I
can't remember. I think I went back onto Still Game.
Because me, Anthony, and Jess are currently watching it, and that show is like my everything. I fucking love that.
Last Airbender is a fantastic show. Just don't watch the movie.
What we did is we watched the first series, and then we said for the end of series like celebration, we'll watch the movie. And I was like to Anthony, because he's never seen the series or the movie, I was like, Anthony, you're gonna want to die after you watch the film, trust me. And he was like, no, I can't be that bad. And he was like, as soon as it started, he was like, I want to die. I was like, yeah, it's shit bad. It's so bad. Like they're
doing a live action series. I know.
They always announce live action series. It's a bother, because it's like, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it right.
What also sucks as well is that the original creators were meant to be doing it. Now they backed out, and the fact that they backed out really worries me.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of relatable character, there, Zuko is my bae. He is my absolute bae. That whole book, his whole character arc is so good, so well done. Sokka's a bumbling fool, full of sarcasm, and his boomerang. Yeah, I have a bit of Katara in me. Lou, what are you doing?
Just putting the heater on.
Oh, that's fine. I just started like swirling about.
It's like, woohoo!
I just have couch chair, so I can't swerve.
Oh, so yeah, Lou, get on that show because book 3 is the best book in my opinion. Solid.
That means you gotta get ahead, Lou.
Okay.
We've
got too much shows to watch.
So do I, actually.
I mean, considering I've given you Constantine, I've given you The Show That Goes Wrong, I've given you quite a few, and also you've got The Last Airbender, you've got Critical Role.
Well, I'm technically caught up on Critical Role.
Yeah, you're caught up on Critical Role.
Apart from this week's episode. That I need to watch with Wade.
It'll come out on Monday.
Yeah. Because I'm not going to watch it over Twitch and stream it because apparently Twitch hates me.
Yeah, I think Twitch is pretty strict. So is YouTube because I've started streaming stuff on YouTube.
Nice.
For my playthroughs, and I started playing Mafia 2.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
So when I was playing Mafia 2, what's good about it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, like when you're in a car and they play like radio,
the fucking music, DMC,
and they cut off the radio. So I'm like singing along to like fucking Bing Crosby or somebody, and then they're like, "You're just singing by yourself. What happened to your radio?" I'm like, but they're playing fucking Bing Crosby and Dean Martin. I'm enjoying my life right now.
There's a good thing about on Twitch. They haven't actually done this to me yet. They've not given me any copyright strikes against what is it? Oh. That.
Far Cry 6.
Oh.
Yeah. Because one of the characters starts singing along with the radio to what is it? Is it Ricky Martin?
Yeah, sometimes when it comes to copyright strikes, it's sung by a person, not the original artist who did the song, or it's not the original track that was given.
No, it is the original track. Like all the music's on there.
Like it depends on the copyright laws as well, because some people don't always copyright their songs, and also there's the fact of just like fair use.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Which is why I like using, like for the YouTube videos, I've started using a lot of Kevin MacLeod, which is the Incompetech music. Because A, they're so good, and B, they're copyright free. You can literally, he just goes, use them, just give me credit. You just put the credit at the bottom, say music from here, and it's all fine.
That reminds me.
My theme song for my intro is like just this basic music that I find, but it totally has a vibe to it. Like it's really chill and really cool. But I'm like, I keep forgetting to credit the artist. I don't know why, but I'm like, I found this. This is the first thing that came up on this app that I'm using. So this is the music I'm using.
That reminds me, Kay, have you seen any of the videos of Secret Neighbor?
Secret,
Jesus.
Not yet, no.
They're worth watching just because, like, I can't help but watch them back. I can admit this just because of, like,
no.
That's the only way I can immortalize and remember how we played that game, because
they made me scream.
The screams, not just from you, but from
Wade.
Wade
screamed. And it sounded like a little girl.
Didn't just
it was fucking
yell,
brilliant.
He screamed.
You've never heard anything. I've never heard anything like it.
You're right.
I'm really, really squeamish. Like I was just playing Alan Wake the other day, and I was like screaming at that. I was like, "Fuck, get away from me!"
That's why I won't play scary games.
And they're like, it's not even
We wrote
scary.
Tuesday.
And I'm like, it is so.
Yeah.
What did I played Until Dawn for the first time recently.
Until Dawn is a very creepy game. Like
It's
that's
scary.
submissive game.
No, thank you.
But when
It's
it
good though, I must
moment-
admit.
the Dark Anthology series,
It's taken a turn for the worst.
it's taken a turn with a couple of the games because I've not played Man of Medan, but I've watched my sister play Little Hope. And that game, in a lot of ways, does not make sense.
Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no.
House of Ashes has just come out.
Seen it. I watched Jack play it.
And I haven't got a comment on that game yet, but
Well, Wade's doing
Do
a
you
playthrough
know-
of it.
yeah, Wade is going to play for it.
It was actually Jack's app kind of got me into Troy, which is the most unusual thing.
Same,
Ever.
same.
It's because I remember Batman the Telltale series is the first like game of choice I played, and I played it all, really liked it, and then I watched him play it, and then he was like talking about, oh, Troy Baker. I was like, who the fuck's that?
Welcome
Then
to
I
the world of
started
voice
following
acting.
him. Yeah, and then I followed him, and then I also found out about Nolan. I already knew who Nolan was because of Nathan Drake, but then I was like, oh, this is Retro Replay. They did stuff together. Awesome, cool. And then that's when we buy a PlayStation and stuff, and here I am.
I bought a PlayStation because of Infamous.
Nice.
That was my first game that I witnessed Troy in, and that was like I first watched PewDiePie play it. I watched PewDiePie play it, and then years later, I end up going to it. There used to be a gaming cafe that we had called Random Encounter, and you'd pay a certain amount of money for like either having all day or a few hours gaming, playing their board game.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, we had one called Playhouse.
It's closed now, which is so heartbreaking.
I don't think we have one. The fuck?
We had
But
one
yeah,
called Playhouse. It was
I
brilliant.
used to play a bunch of video games with people, and I ended up playing some of Infamous there because they had it on their console. And they had so many games on their console. They had Gang Beasts, where I discovered Gang Beasts.
Oh, I need to play that.
Yeah, a bunch of other funny games that we did multiplayer. I played a bit of Infamous when everybody left. And that's what made me kind of get a PS4, because it was just like I got a paycheck and I was just like, what do I use my first paycheck on? I know, got myself a PS4.
Nice.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be seeing Colin from Undead Gaming again next week, so I'll say hi to him for you, Lou. Thank you for the controller. Hang on,
Yeah, because he replaced mine. He replaced my controller. He sent me a new one.
I thought he was, because listen to those dogs. They are fucking pissing me off.
I know.
Dogs are going nuts.
They haven't stopped. But my little red.
Dude, is that
That's
PS5
so
one?
good.
Yeah. But here's a tip: don't use hand sanitizer and basically stick it to your chair.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
So I don't want it replaced. Like, it's fine, but it's still sticky at the back. So just be careful with your hand sanitizer.
And sanitizer awareness.
I don't know what happened to mine. Just the paint started bubbling
Yeah,
and then
it's a weird one.
coming off.
But anybody who hasn't, this is a plug to them. But I highly recommend Undead Gaming.
Hell
Amazing
yes.
controller.
Incredible.
I've looked at Undead Gaming just because like they're so cool and everything. Like, obviously, I can't afford their stuff right now because I'm still getting used to paying bills and all new things. But like my controller, like I'm always having to charge it a lot, and it's just like it's a plain white one, and I'm just like, I wish I could stick things on it.
I mean, you can buy like cool stickers and decals.
You can
Yeah,
buy
like-
stickers, yeah.
I can buy
But-
cool stickers.
I think
There's nothing like an Undead Gaming one because they have actual gaming references on them.
it was weird as well because they gave me like these weird analog stick things as well, and it's really weird to play the first time. But
Oh
it's
right, the Yeah, the grips.
Yeah, they're like, they've got bits on them. I don't know what to say they are, but they've got little bits.
They look
on
like
them,
bullets.
but it's so cool. I think it's what they're meant to go for, or I don't know if you could see it, but I remember when I bought it, I kind of wanted the bullet buttons, but I was like,
I know.
that's more money.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I know, I've seen
safe.
that. I was like, oh, I want it so bad.
But I've got my Last of Us one as well.
Christmas is coming.
This is
Christmas
true.
is
This is true. I'm trying to think what else I'd really. I know that Lily's got art coming out soon, and I'm really wanting to buy
some. The last time I spoke to Lily was basically when I was having a huge breakdown of just like trying to get a new job and couldn't get a graphic design job just because they were all asking for experience that I don't have. I just have a degree. And literally she was just reaching out, just being like the most lovely person in the world and just like being so supportive. And I'm just like, I love you.
What I will say, but this is no insult to Lily at all, but like she is so lovely, but she's very good at giving me a kick up the arse. Like
when you need a kick up the arse, you need it, and she knows when you need it.
Yeah, exactly.
She gave me a huge kick up the arse to just go.
In my case, it's a lot. She kicks me up the ass a lot, so yeah, it's so funny.
She knows what we aspire to.
Can
as
I
well.
plug
Just
art?
Yes, you can plug art, Lou.
Yes. Look.
Oh, it's looking good.
Well, I can't. Hold on, I need to move this. I can't see it. Oh yes, Lou. I love it. That's so good. I wish I could draw.
It's digital though, so I don't do it like.
It's still drawing, in a sense. Like I can't fucking do it.
Yeah. And I think definitely when it comes to art is subjective and there's so many things to it. And it's just like when it comes to amazing artists, I can think of Lily Kay being in there, Lou being a great artist as well.
Hi.
Just like there's so many people that work so hard on stuff, and it's just a difficult place to be in because you're always competing with each other in art, but also the fact of just like you're trying to promote yourself.
Yeah. I've got a red bubble.
Whoa,
Yeah.
when did you get a red bubble? I didn't know this.
You posted it like a while ago.
Oh my god, I need to look now. I feel like a bad friend. I didn't even see it.
It's got who has it got on it? Fuck it. It's Booker. Booker do it.
Booker do it. Oh, I need to get in there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go real quick.
Are you looking at it now?
Literally any character that Charlie plays, I will keep simp for. So, do you know what else I've been getting into? And it's candles based on video games.
I've heard you do. Yeah, I've heard about that.
So I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, but it's Sam from VideoWix, and they make incredible candles. Like I've got on my windowsill, I've got a John Marston and a Dutch van der Linde candle, and they're all like really, I don't know how to explain it. Like the scent makes sense if that like if you say this person smells with this scent and this scent, you're kind of like, that I get that. But then when you smell it, you're like, that smells nothing what how I would think they'd smell like.
Yeah.
But like with Dutch, it's mango and kiwi, and I feel like that's perfect because he wants to go to Tahiti and harvest mangoes. Like, great.
Oh yeah.
But with I got a Joel one, and that's obviously my favorite, and it smells of frankincense and myrrh, and I didn't think I'd like that smell, but oh my god, yes.
Yes. Have I got permission to share screen?
No.
I'll be 2 seconds, guys.
Why you want to share screen?
I'm gonna put my red bubble.
Oh, you're self-advertising, are you?
Yeah. I am.
You're despicable.
You love me.
I love how you self-advertise and I don't.
Doesn't stop you.
I know, but I don't like doing it.
I'm just Basically, showed Kay.
It's fine.
Okay.
She's sorting out some stuff.
She's sorting a doggy suit.
I've realised we've almost been recording for about like 2 hours.
I bring the gift of Dodo.
Oh, hello!
Is that Isla?
Isa.
So cute.
Isa and her possibly pregnant belly. We don't
Wait,
know.
what?
So Victor's been pumping his sister. So yeah, I think she might be up to the fluff. I'm not entirely sure.
I would probably go to a vet and just go, can you check if this dog is pregnant?
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. So Victor just got his balls chopped, and
Ouch.
I was a mistake, and apparently he's still fertile. So one day, a few times he's been behind this one, having his way. So yeah, it's kind of a strange one.
Yeah.
Stop shaking, darling. It's all right.
Ollie kind of does that to Ted. So it's the wrong way round.
I remember like my female dog Millie, she would like hump her blanket. I don't know why. You want to sit on my bed?
She always likes legs
Better not
too.
pee on it.
Kay, this is
Yeah.
for you. Well, not for you, but
Is there a Joey?
no, where is it?
This is Lou's self-promotion.
Oh yes, Lou. I love that.
And it can go on anything.
I might get a t-shirt of that actually.
Ooh!
A sale, girl. A sale.
Sales!
Yeah, I need to.
Sale myself. Don't get frightened, darling. It's okay. Do you want to go back downstairs? Well, she's shaking like a leaf.
Why?
I think it's because she's never been up here before.
New place.
Oh.
Hold on. I have to leave again because I don't want her to like pee on my bed.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right, come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on in, honey. Here we go.
Oh, baby. So cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
What are you doing?
What?
What you doing?
Me? I'm
Yes,
not
you.
doing nothing.
But causing chaos.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll shut them up for a wee bit as well because they've seen me now. So
Yeah. They see
Not
that
that
you
it really
exist in this
matters.
house.
Relator Lou sent me a link. I shall look into that. But yeah, I think I'm definitely. I'll start either my Joel Bandic or my Western suit.
I love that. I love that so much.
Joel fanfic first, please.
I'll give the
request.
Sims what they want. Yeah, I've already worked through like the whole story in my head, but it's the ending. It's so sad. It's definitely last of us heart wrenching. So, yeah. But if you've ever wondered what it'd be like for Joel to have a girlfriend, then this will be the right thing to read.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Give me some wump.
Just yes.
Give me some wumpa.
Straight to a lass.
Yeah.
I don't even. How long did you say we've been recording for? Like 2 hours?
Yeah, like
Yeah. I've been recording for about 2 hours.
Wow.
have fun, Wade.
Time is for
Love
us.
you.
This is what it was like when I was interviewing Andrew Bonjourno. He was like, he lives in Australia, and obviously me being our time differences were mental. Like he was about to go to bed, and I was like just waking up.
Yeah.
So I interviewed him then, and he was sitting there drinking his wine, and I was drinking my coffee, and then he was like, "Oh, I could just jump in bed now," and I was like, "We've been chatting for nearly 3 hours." Like, oh, it's so funny. He's such a great guy. Did you know he was actually taught by Benjamin Byron Davis, who plays Dutch Vanderland in Red Dead?
Ooh,
Damn it,
nice.
dude.
So the guy that plays Tommy Angelo in the new Mafia, in the Mafia Definitive Edition, that's who's Ben Tottenham, which is really cool.
Fuck.
Yeah.
The more you know.
I think more people got announced for MCM Birmingham, and it was like, so you've got Roger, Rob, and now we've got Peter Blomquist who plays Micah. But it was meant to be Ben, like he was meant to be there originally, and I think because Ben's filming and stuff just now, I'm like, oh, it would have been so cool to see him too.
Troy's in London now.
He's in London, but I wonder what he's doing.
He's an hour and a half away from me.
He's an hour and a half away from you. He's 2 hours from me.
He's 5 hours from me.
2-hour train ride from me.
5-hour train ride for me. I wonder, he must be filming something, right?
He is filming something.
He's got to be.
Well, if you have a look at Play, Watch, Listen this week, he's in the Beefeater.
Oh, is he?
He's in a Beefeater in London with production crew or something.
Oh, that's cool. I hope he's like Troy's such a good looking guy. I hope they give him like more TV roles where you could see his face.
I want his beard back. He's shaved again.
I know, but his beard is a bit too crazy towards the end. Like his grey started to show, and his beard is like out.
No, I know when it goes too long. No, but like.
Oh right, okay, yeah. His actual scruff is nice.
Scruff, yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine Troy clean shaven anymore. It's just too
bizarre.
I can't. To me. I like a man with a beard.
That's same.
I got a cameo for Troy like a few. I think this was when he just moved, and
so did I.
He had this beanie and this beard, and then I was looking at his beard like, Troy, you look your age. So evil, but I was like, yeah, you don't look like in your 30s anymore, dude. I'm sorry.
I called him. What did I call him? I called him Opie from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yes,
the Opie vibes.
Opie was my fave. Oh, look at him.
That was my cameo.
I've got one where he's just
on my birthday from Beth.
Yeah, my guy's sitting there drinking a coffee, just chilling. I'm like, here, amazing. When did I get a cameo? I got a cameo for someone recently. I can't even remember. But I actually got a free one from Nolan because one expired from him, and then they're like, "Oh, good news! You got this one for free." And I'm like, "Well, the money is not in my cameo account, so I didn't really get it for free today." So I just have to wait extra long for a cameo.
Yeah,
I miss Nolan too.
I'd love to see Nolan.
He is like, we call him Uncle Noli for like that character, but he definitely is like an uncle type. I've met Nolan like so many times now. Like I remember meeting him. I think it's been our third time meeting each other, and I was late to his photo booth, and I was like, oh fuck, and I was like the last one in there, and I was thinking, oh, he's gonna be pissed off. Oh no. And then like I walked in, he was like, oh hey KK, how are you? And he went and gave me this big hug, and I was like, oh, this is okay, this is fine.
He accepts me.
Oh, he's so great. Nolan's just, oh, I love him. So is Roger. I met Roger in Dublin for the first time, and he clocked me and two of my friends in the queue, and he was also chatting to people in the queue because he was signing stuff, but he walked down the queue to see us and he gave us all a hug. Aww. And then came back, and I was like, he's just so cute. Oh, and then I met his wife and kids after, so that was nice too.
Oh god.
I was like, I've been accepted into your family now.
Nice.
I've actually bought them gifts, like as children, a little gift. It's the most cringy thing in the world, but I'm like, I think it's really cute and not like them, but
Aww.
Yeah.
And I finished my scrapbooks finally.
Yeah,
Or I
dude.
finished Roger's. I just miss him.
Yeah. I've never, the only time, like, I've only met him on Zooms. I've only talked to him via Zooms. And every time he's talked to me, it's been a nice piece of advice, or it's just, Yas, what's going on with you? And like, I remember the last callback we did. He literally, I had been silent because I had quite a rough couple of weeks that the
Oh, it was uni, wasn't it? It was about uni.
I withdrew from uni because of a lot of stuff that went on. And literally Troy just goes, so yes, you've been very quiet. What's going on with you? So I said it out loud, and he's just like, I want to know more about this. And I'm just like, well, okay, I'll tell the story. And I told the story and like of how I showed the meeting to Lou, where I was just crying in the meeting just because I didn't feel listened to. And Lou picked up on a couple of things as well that weren't like great. But basically, like, Troy was just saying how proud he was of me because I just said, I've got a degree at the end of the day. I don't need a master's.
Yeah. And you don't. You absolutely don't need a master's.
You don't. And it's like, even though I can find ways of getting experience and like try and get out there on my own, I have a degree to show that I have worked my arse off for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was me sitting in the corner being really quiet. Never speaking. Never speaking until when did he hear me speak? Shit. Wouldn't
it have been the unboxing video a little bit?
Yeah, it's the unboxing video, but also that thing that we had before. Oh fuck.
Was I there?
Fuck. No. You were on Zoom to me.
Yeah.
What was that thing? What was it?
Because I know I think Founders, you did start speaking.
Founders, I did speak a bit, but yeah. It was on I can't remember what it was called. It was like an actors workshop thing with someone, and Troy was on it. And then I basically said, writing a question.
Was it the actors workshop with Maud?
That's the one. Where it was like, yes!
A round of applause. Maud was giving you a round of applause, and then Troy was giving you a round of applause.
Troy was just like, yes!
Because, like,
yes,
the one thing
Lou!
I absolutely say I've beat Troy in is getting Lou to speak to me as soon as possible. Because you just started talking to me as soon as you met me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I can say I've beat Troy for. But when you said you were going to that class, I just kept on saying, he will be proud of you. And he was.
Yeah.
Because he knows how we made the podcast. He knows that we basically just said, yeah, we're going to make this podcast. And we absolutely fucking did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot to thank that man for, isn't there? There really is.
It definitely is.
Life.
Yeah, precisely.
Literally.
But yeah, I remember that putting myself down for not staying in college and then not like beating myself down because my brother got a master's and he's like really smart and earns a lot of money. Like, it's so easy to compare yourself to somebody.
It is.
Yeah.
But know that the pace that you're going at, take your time to do it. Don't listen to what anybody else, unless it's a little bit of praise. It's nice to hear that. But then there's what you're doing right now is enough in your position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need anything fancy. You don't need to be like, oh, I need to do all this to get this far in life. No, because I don't have a degree in anything specific. I don't even have a degree, more in caring. I do.
I don't
have a degree in journalism, but I'm still doing what I can.
Yeah.
And I've learned that now you can't compare yourself to anybody. I beat myself up so much when Lily and Katie got their podcast, and then Troy was banging on about dream factories and whatnot, and I was so angry at him. But I remember now that I just need to work, and I need to work on myself, and what, just work hard and know that what I am doing is enough.
You are.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the moral of the story, that we're all enough.
The moral,
because I've still got the post-it.
I want that. I want that right there.
Kay's got it.
Oh, damn it!
Next to my semicolon as well. So,
Okay, I'm not copying you, but I want it there.
ask him to write it, because I remember when I met him, like, all I said to him was, "Can you write something motivational or inspirational to get me going in life?" And here it is.
He always says that to me. Every single fucking time. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so gutted about Wales. I would sell myself to go. Like, literally. I'm just seeing everyone posting, and I'm like so close to going off social, so I can't listen to this. It's so hard.
Oh,
it is so hard.
Even if we have to just FaceTime call, like find a way to call you to get you in on this.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be nice, but
I can do it. I can phone you. I have your number.
well, that's true. I mean, if you FaceTimed him while he was there, that would be pretty cool, because I miss him so much. Yeah.
Hey, Troy. Say hi.
You just go, Kay!
He'll go, "Oh my god, why aren't you here?" I'll be like, "Because I have no money. Roger Clark took all my money."
What is money in the economy?
Fuck's sake,
It means working your fingers to the fucking bone and getting nothing, so the tax man will fucking take it.
Yeah. I think it's a good time to end the episode then, because we've literally almost been recording for 2 hours. So.
Have fun, Wade.
Time flies.
Have fun, Wade.
Talking about virtually nothing.
But thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, we love you, Kay.
We're definitely got to do it again.
Yeah, I missed you.
Absolutely. I promise not to go too far into tangents this time. Next time.
I missed you, Kay. I've not spoke to you.
I missed you too, Lou. It's been too long.
We haven't spoken to each other in a while.
I've still got your inspirational note as well.
There you go. See. One thing I will recommend, though, if you want inspiration, there's something that I bought on Amazon, and it's called the Jar of Smiles. And there's one that's like full of inspirational quotes, and every day you just take one out and you read one. And I used to put them on Instagram all the time, and Troy would comment and be like, "Oh, that's so cool." I'm like,
Amazon.
Nice. Nice.
So yeah, Jar of Smiles. Like a big hug. So thank you, my loves.
Yeah.
So good to talk to you all.
Absolutely. Check out Kay's show, because worth watching. If you want a very good like talk about random things, or just like their work, her interviews with voice actors are all up on her channel. What Would Kay Say?
I've got nothing coming up in terms of interviews. I might try and do what I did with Gabriel, but with like Rob and that. That'd be really cool, but I don't think it'll happen. We never know. But
always worth a shot.
So yeah, you guys are amazing. You ladies, ladies and gentlemen are amazing, I shall say. I love you guys so much.
Yeah, and we love having people and just getting to know each other's sense of humor and chaos that we just cause, especially as like we miss communicating with people, and it's like getting to do this is getting us to actually talk to people and realize we have friends.
Exactly.
I'm the same. Like, I'm so used to speaking to like certain people, and there's times where I speak to people for that a long period of time, and then I stop and I distance myself from everybody. And then eventually I like go back to somebody and they're like, "Oh, how's you been?" I'm like, "I don't know. I've kind of stopped talking to people."
Fine, kind of thing.
Because I messaged my best friend from primary school after like the last time we spoke was in September. I was like, I'm like, how have you been? You're my best friend and I've not spoken to you in like 2 months. It's wild. Yeah, that's what Relators was so good for. It was like we wouldn't know each other if it wasn't for Relator, and there's no like drama or tea or anything. It's just this community, and it's great. I think it's really good.
But if you want to go and subscribe to Kay's channel, it'll be in the link in the description. So
Down
definitely
below.
I might put the
Stay
YouTube
tuned.
channel also at the end screen if I remember to.
Oh,
But also we have a channel right here. That's what you're watching this on. We have gaming content, we have extra shows, we have so much going on.
and so much more in the works.
We really can't stop. But yeah, please give us some love, give us a subscribe as well, because if you want to get a notification, what have they got to do, Lo?
Fuck. 1 sec.
You've still
No. Wait.
What?
What is going on? We've lost Lou.
I think I know what's. I hear the bell.
The bell. Are we gonna die?
What are we gonna do, Lou?
Ring the bell.
Oh, this is so cursed.
You found it.
I love it.
Anyway, thank you, Kay. That has been Lou.
That's been Yas.
And we will see you
And that's
soon.
been Kay. Bye.
Bye. Oh my God.